Tell me, why do you say you're a painter?
Because I love painting. I have to paint. I've always been a painter, that I know.
It's Sunday morning on CBS, and here again is Jane Pauley.
That's Willem Dafoe as Vincent van Gogh in At Eternity's Gate from CBS Films. Turns out Van Gogh's passion is shared by both the movie's director and its star, who's up for a Golden Globe at tonight's awards. Serena Altschul has a portrait of the artists.
Does each one kind of bring you back to a specific memory and scene?
Yes.
At the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, actor
This is like a relic. I can't get over that.
and artist come face to face.
Once upon a time, and another time, he was right here. You know?
Willem Dafoe studies a self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh.
And I see the marks, you know? I laugh when people say, you look like Van Gogh from portrait to portrait. He looks very different.
It's a remarkable close encounter that extends beyond the exhibit space to the big screen, where Dafoe plays the painter in At Eternity's Gate, a new film about the final months of Van Gogh's tortured and brilliant life.
My job title, manager.
And in a prolific stage and film career spanning 40 years, with parts ranging from soldiers
We are who we choose to be.
to supervillains,
Choose.
Dafoe says nothing compares to this.
When I look at nature, I see more clearly. I love this movie, and it was a beautiful experience to make.
He changed you.
Of course.
How did Van Gogh change you? How did the film change you?
It changes how I see, and not just painting, but how I see things in life. There's something inside me, I don't know what it is. What I see, nobody else sees.
That new perspective includes a different way to approach this almost mythical figure. Unlike previous movies, this one focuses on what he created, not the madness that consumed him.
Yes, he had lots of challenges, no doubt about that, but he was also productive then. He was painting practically a painting a day, and you can tell from his letters how happy he was, his feeling of seeing something that's beautiful. But I remember
At 63, Dafoe is 26 years older than Van Gogh at the time of his death.
In your mind, it was Willem Dafoe.
It was always going to be Willem.
But for director Julian Schnabel, he was destined for the role.
He became something else. I don't think it's a performance. He was the incarnation of something.
He invited me over to the house. They put a beard on me and shot pictures. And I think he sat with those images for a little while, and then shortly after he said, let's do this thing.
And it seems only fitting that the controversial Schnabel, a filmmaker and painter known for his outsized art and personality, would take on this larger-than-life subject.
I wanted to make a movie that wasn't about Van Gogh, but I wanted the audience to feel what it was to be him.
Schnabel has the fame and fortune that Van Gogh never had in life, but the 67-year-old, whose works have sold for millions, says the Dutch painter achieved something truly priceless.
This thing about in the film is it kind of talks about really what success is. I, for one, think that Van Gogh was successful because he achieved what he wanted to do. He is his paintings. And those paintings are still conversing with us. And that is, I'd say that's a huge success.
Much of At Eternity's Gate was filmed on location in the south of France, with Dafoe retracing Van Gogh's footsteps.
It's a good feeling when you look out on the landscape and it's almost recognizable.
As for the still lifes, landscapes, and portraits, Schnabel did most of them, but not all.
I wanted to see the shoes. I know they're in the other room.
Okay, let's find them.
Dafoe showed us the Van Gogh work he recreated, with some advice from Schnabel.
Julian coached me on painting the shoes. This is why even though when I'm painting, I'm not painting necessarily in the style of Van Gogh. I'm painting, but there are things I recognize, you know, like the laces, how freely you do, you know, you...
One stroke?
Exactly.
Gosh, wow.
You look at the painting for a minute. Tu regardes le tableau une seconde.
This is Schnabel's sixth film, but with his paintings hanging alongside works by 19th century masters at the Musée d'Orsay in Paris,
Wow, it's nice low also.
it's clear the canvas will always be his calling.
Will you ever stop painting?
No, I can't stop painting because if there's anything, the way I mediate the world is through painting. I mean, if my way of living or reason to live is to do that.
Why do you paint?
I paint
As a matter of fact, to stop thinking.
Dafoe's performance has drawn raves, and he's been nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Actor, a first for him.
This is a moment for you. Do you think I'm now being acknowledged for my work as a leading male?
It's nice. It's nice, and it feels comfortable too. Is it a great role of a lifetime? For now, let's say yes.